So I'm sitting here with all of my blessings that this is a part of video of gratitude. And I just say thank you. Thank you. And it's Richie V, by the way. And I just experienced a beautiful webinar. It was webinar, which was actually very enlightening for me. By Veronica of Higher Realm Holistics. I'm kind of like loopy still from the energies that came through, and it was quite an experience. And I got a lot of awareness just from interacting, and I learned something new about tapping, which definitely was not in my energy arsenal of stuff that I know I can do, but now it is, and I will absolutely use that in my galactic light coding and all that other stuff. But the real reason for this video is this is like the fourth time I've encountered this, and like if my oversoul Queen Janavara could not be screaming at me anymore. You're welcome. I am realizing that one of my most favoriteest things to do are one of my is helping people find spirit guides, because I'm realizing people don't have their guiding light to commune to. They've heard of it, but I really truly feel that, you know, people haven't tapped into it because of all the stuff that's going on that keeps us blocked from being able to touch. And then the fear of, well, how do I? It's very simple. It's very, very simple. And it actually makes it a lot easier, because the first day I found my spirit guide, and we call it spirit guides, but they want me to refer to it, because everything with me is very technologically sounding, because it's how I'm supposed to help the masses, because the more I'm letting synchronistic talk, because that's when I woke up, like the first thing that went out the window was time was like, what the fuck is this shit? And I immediately started saying, ugh, talk. It's X, Y, and Z. I want a sundial. And I have a little sundial compass now, which the combo was no coincidence, because I'm also working with magnetic stuff as well. The spirit guide, think of it like you're finding your starting point. And if you've ever seen a video game, or you've ever seen certain movies, and you know which one I'm talking about, that have spanned 10 years, there was a starting point. And that starting point is, we're going to use it like that. It is your place that you go back to. It's the place where you get your information on how to navigate your video game, your experience, what's going on here. Let me tell you, when you find that first guide that wants to come forward, be it your primary guide, or one of the spirit guides, and it doesn't have to be a human, you know, it doesn't have to be an ancestor. It could be a tree. It could be a pool of water. It could be an alien. It could be anything. It could be a crystal. It could be we're going to say a blah, blah, blah. It could literally say a word that you just constantly go to, because it's just what your vehicle, your computer system, your game recognizes that you plug into. And it helps a lot. And not only does it help a lot, but it makes you feel more attached to what you've always been told is not real. And it's from that first guide that I met, who was my primary guide. And I'll never forget, I was in a group meditation that was doing just that, helping people find their guides and yada, yada. And everybody came out and they were like, oh, it was so-and-so. Oh, it was this. Oh, it was this. Oh, it was that. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm going to stay quiet, because everybody else has what's considered 3D normal. Yeah, back then I was very 3D, like, oh my God, I don't want to be judged. And oh my God, maybe I'm freaking crazy, dude. And I'm with a bunch of people that are telling me I'm not, but maybe I'm crazy. So, you know, what did I do? I walked over afterwards and I said, can spirit guides be anything? And they were like, yeah, anything. It could be anything. I'm like, well, my primary guide's a freaking alien, and she's pink, and she floats, and she's really pretty. Well, that once I was comfortable with that, it was like, oh, I never looked back. I never looked back. I meditate every day. My who I thought was my twin, who I'm realizing is my union energy mate. And I am here as a guiding light for him on his earth experience, which when that came flooding to me, I was like, oh, that's different. That's not a soulmate. It's a whole other thing that I was like a union energy mate that I'm the guiding light for. That kind of tells you where my stuff is at this point. But it changed everything. And guides do change. Guides will change. There are guides in the background. There are guides that are waiting in the forefront, the foreground, in the distance. Okay, I'm going to just keep it very simple. In the distance. And it is truly a video game, you know. Think about video games. Think about your life path, how you've, you know, everything that you've been taught to climb that ladder for, and this is not a lateral climb because that's the trap I got stuck in. It's basically the same concept when it comes to the energies. You're growing with those energies. You're evolving, and as your energies are growing here and you're becoming aware and you're working and you're working and you're working and you're working and you're doing, because if you do the work, they provide. And it's not just here's a dollar bill. It's not like that. They provide anything. It could be I'll never forget, I had a meditation, and I came out of the meditation, I'm like, oh my God, someone's going to give me a dragon egg. Someone's going to be back my dragon egg, and it's going to start everything. And then I'm like, I didn't get a dragon egg. 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 And then I was at the dinner with two of my wonderful friends that I know are a part of my soul family, whether they want to accept it or not. One does. The other one's kind of like, yeah, you sure? I'm like, dude, girl, like, you talking to me? Like, I know. Come on, stop. One of the gifts they gave me, and as soon as I opened the bag, I started crying because I knew in a meditation I was getting it, but I didn't get it that next day or the next week or the next month. It took a few months because that's how synchronistic timing is. Synchronistic eventing. Oh, I like that. Thank you. Synchronistic eventing. Yeah, I know, right? It's been helping me a lot too, because I've been running on synchronicities since August, since 5D got slammed in my face while I was simply driving in my blue truck, having one of my blah, blah, blah bitch fit moments of what's going on? And it was like, and I'm like, what the hell just happened? And that's how it happened for me. It was like my computer system just went, and you're back. And I'm like, whoa. Where am I? And basically they were like, well, this is 5D. And I'm like, this is not 5D. What the hell are you talking about? This is not what I thought. Blah, blah, blah. Well, anyway. But this is all about, though, the spirit guides. If I didn't have the guidance system and I didn't do the work every single freaking day, and there were days I didn't meditate, and guess what? A week later, I felt like crap. I wasn't calm. I was uncentered. I was out of whack. I was like, yeah, I got this shit. Because I thought I was in control again. And every time I tried to take control, they step in and something happens. And this goes down to saving money. Saving money. I'm like, I got to save money. And they're like, why? And I'm like, for my future. And they're like, that's programming. That you know what you're creating, you're generating lack. But I wouldn't know all of this if I didn't meet that first guide. It doesn't have to be your primary, but you need that first guide. You need to connect. You need to connect. It's your way of saying, hey, I know that there's more than this. I just know you have to believe. You have to believe. You have to believe. You gotta believe. You gotta believe. You gotta believe. Especially if the universe is kicking you on your ass. If this universe is kicking you on your ass, because there's not just one, you gotta wake up and listen. The universe kicked me so hard, and it was like I experienced an awakening, dark night of the soul, death, and literal death and rebirth within a matter of 3 months. And then I had to climb back into this world. And I didn't know any of this stuff except for, this crystal is pretty. I just want this crystal. I didn't know any of this stuff. I would Google, I would this, I would that. And I would try to meditate, but I was so caught up in here and everything that was just slammed in my mind center, my mind, my manifesting device, my creating device, where I look and it's like, now I'm like, oh, I'm not putting that in my field. I'm not putting that in my computer system. No, thank you. I don't want that. That's what that means by not in my world, not in my energy. You're going to input what I call malware into your computer? You want your video game to bust? I know, I sure as fuck, I can curse, by the way. You can curse. It's not a lower vibrational thing. Just so you know, that's an FYI. That's another anger block, blah, 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 boxing situation. I don't want that in my mainframe. I don't want that in my mainframe. I don't want that in my car. I don't want that in my energy. It's whatever you refer to it as. You know, this is how we commune. And that guide, that first guide started everything. It just started everything. And it starts a journey. It starts a beautiful journey inwards, because that guide started reflecting to me things I needed to do. And people would always tell me, you got to go into a meditation with that guide, and you got to be careful. You don't want to go into this. You don't want to go into that. And you know what? Some of that stuff I had to listen to, because there were certain things when I was meditating, I'm like, what the hell? And I called in. Pink is her name. And they get a little sensitive. You know, the emotional spectrum is different there. Everyone's like, they don't feel. Well, if they don't feel, then how is love and light what's coming through? You got to think about that. They still feel, and she got sad. She would get sad. I had a vision one day of her crying in the corner, and I'm like, what's wrong? And I spoke to somebody that was in my world at that point while I was going through my journey. A reason, a season, and a lifetime. That's why people come into our lives, and they were a season and a reason. I don't know if a lifetime. My guides tell me they're not good for me. And I'm just like, okay. And my heart is like, and they're like, not good for you. They came in for a reason. You stayed longer than you were supposed to, because I thought I was in control. And they actually have been slowly going bye-bye. And they go bye-bye. And if they don't go bye-bye by my accord, they go bye-bye by the universe's accord. So they definitely are here to nurture us and call on them. Try to get a name. It could be a number. It could be a chicken scratch. You could go in your meditation and be like, okay, chicken scratch, come help me. And they're going to come because they hear you. They hear you. So with this video, like, what I want to say is try to meet that primary guide, that spirit guide. And if you're having a hard time, I'm willing to help you with that. You know, it's something that I know is supposed to be in my arsenal. And I know that they're here already. We just can't see. But they are here. They've always been here. They've always been here. And they love all of you. Whoever is watching this, you have a guide. Even if you are in your darkest energy, your nega energy. I call it negative and positive polarities. That hit me today. I'm like, I like calling negative and nega energy because, you know, I'm like a Sailor Moon buff. Love Sailor Moon. It's nega energy. And I'm like, oh, wait, then it's positive energy. That means, oh, my God, that's like dark. Yeah, man. Well, I find myself to be more neutral energy. That definitely resides on the high side of ultimate love, because I'm like a fucking bubblegum ball of bouncing princess fairies, and at the same time I can be She-Hulk, and that's balance, and that's my light side. Because on the dark side I can be Cersei, the beautiful witch, and a hell of a lot more. But I've already experienced running on dark energy, and dark energy will only get you to a certain point, and then you either get stuck there or other stuff. And I just choose to include that in my arsenal. I'm not going to run from my shadow. But that's a video for another. That's like way blah. Let's get that primary spirit guide first, because, you know, it can be anything. It could be a freaking bloody Smurf. Yeah, I said Smurf. It could be a Smurf. It could be a GoBot. It could be a superhero. It's just how it comes to you that your mind can process and draw and ask for a name. Ask for a name. There are some names that come through, I'm like, blah, 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 and they're like, you can't say that, just call me this. And I have some of them call me Voom. I'm like, hi, Voom, how are you today? and they'll help you. They'll guide you along. This turned out to be a little bit longer than I thought it was going to be, but like I say, these videos, they help all of us. They help me too. They give me, like, whenever I teach and I guide, I learn more. That was how I was as a hairstylist, and most people are like, you're a hairdresser. I'm like, I know, I'm very smart to be a hairstylist, and that's not judgment, but like my brain was built for something else, but my heart was built for the opposite, and I had to bring the two together. And it's a beautiful experience. But, you know, if you need help, spirit guides, comment below. I'm more than ready to help you find spirit guides, because some of us could be in the same soul family and we just haven't connected yet. Some of you could share some of the oversoul that I have, vice versa. Vice versa. Well, the fact that I said that means that that's possible. Yes, dear. Oh, that was an out loud channeling for you guys. Well, hello there. So much more than you know is what I get. So much. I get a lot, you know. But knowledge is power. Power is wisdom. Wisdom is strength. Strength is responsibility. I really like that. Thank God I recorded that. Oh, I snort a lot. Well, much love to you all. Donate to a charity. You know, donate to a charity or help somebody out on the street with a little bit of money. Keep that energy flow going. I am realizing now that some of this stuff I do kind of have to charge for, because if I really want to work in the constant energy, it's like I need a roof over my head. That's the other problem too. We can't run from money, people. We can't run from it. But we can use our 3D jobs to balance out while we're building. I'm getting that lesson. Yeah, and I'm not ashamed to show you the lessons on video, because you're all going through it. And it's... You gotta have faith and you gotta believe. Always believe. All right, love you guys. Richie be talking to you later. Smile and hug yourself and say, yo, I got this shit. I got this shit. I gotta get my ass to the gym tomorrow. I got this shit. Really pushing me back in the gym, man. Be funny, laugh. It's not so serious, man. This is our experience, and it's been twisted from us. We're twisting it back. Let's uncross those choirs. It's like cables and wires twisted into one word. I make a lot of my own words too. Let's untwist those choirs, guys. Mwah.